strong but gallant, righteous, that we found ourselves on board.
In the late 1960s, Chad Mitchell was famous. As the leader of the Chad Mitchell Trio, he made good music and good money, playing in well-known cabarets and affluent colleges. But when folk singing was blown off the stage by the Beatles and the Stones, Chad Mitchell disappeared. And now the personable, still youthful singer is trying to make a comeback. He's making his try at the Ballroom, a small but successful cabaret in Manhattan's Soho district. Mitchell is now a solo act, and the critics like the way he sounds. But his fate is not in the hands of the courts. It is in the hands of the courts, but not the critics. In February, he was convicted of possessing 400 pounds of marijuana and sentenced to 5 years in federal prison. Mitchell is free on bail, awaiting the outcome of that appeal.
If this appeal is lost in my behalf, I do have the option of going to the Supreme Court, which is a very heavy kind of thing to contemplate, but at this point I probably would contemplate it because I think the issues are such that I would like to.
Is there anything about your past life you regret?
Only if I go to jail. No, there really isn't. You know, it's like no one else's life is any better when you really get... I wouldn't exchange my life with anybody's, and even my experience and my entire experience involved in my recent past is... I don't think I'd exchange it with anybody.
Artistically, Chad, what are you doing now? What types of songs are you singing? What do you see your place in the artistic sphere is?
I'm not sure yet, and that's why I'm here. We started with something that I felt did not work, but I think most acts start with something that they feel doesn't work. And we're in the process of changing a lot of material, and there's no question that I feel more and more comfortable as the time goes on, and the act is getting better and better from both the audience points of view and then some of the criticism that I've received.
You ever miss those days in the early 60s when you were with your trio and you're making all that money and getting all that praise?
No.
It will be like she and me as free as a dove, conceived in love. Sun is gonna shine above.
The owners of the Ballroom are pleased with the way Chad Mitchell's new act has evolved, and they see him as a major attraction, worthy of being kept on at the cabaret through the end of January. Mitchell has proved he still has the talent. He now has to wait and see if he has the freedom to use it.
And in the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes, and you tell me, hey,
more advice on how to quit smoking after this.
it's gonna be all right. Oh, well, it seems.
Well, New Faces lasted 34 years, and now the Broadway producer is working on a retrospective of those years. He is giving a small preview at the Ballroom in Soho, and Bruce Morrow was there.
You've never seen us before, we've never seen you before. What a pleasant place to finally meet. So much pleasure than a busy street. We literally take your hand and literally shake your hand and ask you to regard this hullabaloo as our equivalent to how do you do.
Leonard Sillman, producer extraordinaire, welcome back to New York City. 1968 was the last New Faces.
That's right.
We're happy to have you back. So how many New Faces have been on the boards?
11 editions over a period of 45 years. It's the longest running review in the history of the American theater. And I'm now working on doing for Broadway the best of New Faces, like the film, that's entertainment, taking the highlights from each one of the 13 editions, things the critics loved and the public, putting it all into one show.
If they don't get a chance to change the scene, life could not be drearier, I could not be wearier.
What I've taken are young professionals who know their trade, but who can't get a break. And if I feel they have star quality, I frame them. In other words, I have material written for them in a way to present them properly.
Bundy gave his comb to me. says I'm as great as he. Gay liberation went straight for me. Monotonous. 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 Monotonous.
He takes me off his income tax. But
Stop!
honestly,
Well, I never use topical material in any of my shows. Topical material is great today, it's dead tomorrow. I used institutional material like Lizzie Borden.
Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mama 40 whacks. When old Lizzie was through, she gave her papa 42.
Yesterday in Old Fall River, Mr. Andrew Borden died. So we got his daughter Lizzie on a charge of homicide. Some folks say she didn't do it. Others say, of course, she did. But we all agree Miss Lizzie B is a problem kind of kid. No, you can't chop your papa up in Massachusetts and then get dressed and go out for a walk. No, you can't chop your mama up in Massachusetts. Massachusetts is a far cry from New York.
Yeah. Hey, we're the best of new faces right here at the Ballroom in New York City. This is Bruce Morrow, News Center 4. Yeah.
And that's it for the first